Well, so hello guys, so today we have here another Mars Gaming accessory for gaming, as the name speaks for itself. This is basically the MM318 gaming mouse. This mouse has a PWM3360 sensor, which is known to be as almost no acceleration having, which means it will be just one-to-one raw input in case the company didn't put any firmware on top of the sensor, because it's a good Pixar sensor. And we have some features that you might enjoy, such as the RGB lighting, the fact that you can switch the right side of it for a palm or a claw grip depending on your preferences, and some more which we will see on during this unboxing and review. So as you can see here, we have the mouse. It's a big mouse, like compared to the smaller mouses that we have reviewed, such as the G102 and the G100S. But on the front we have this thing that opens up. Let's us see and try the mouse on the store. And we got friction on the side, we got rubber on the side, DPI lighting and deep end light switch buttons, and a rubber scroll. But we will see, we will also have a snap button on the right thumb, but we will see that up close when you go onto it. So on the sides of the box we have information about the mouse in several different languages. For example, got in Portuguese. It goes up to 2400 DPI. We got some lighting effects. We got Omron switches for the clicks, which is good. And on the back, let's see. On the back we got a bit more of the same. We just say that you see the features on the sides. These are in English, and it says basically the same thing. It says awesome chroma software, premium replacement Teflon feet. So all in all, it looks good. It says that the mouse weighs 137 grams, which means it's a hefty mouse, but once we open up we will be able to see all that. On the top, that we got the extra side, depending if you want claw grip or a palm grip, and we got the extra Teflon feet alongside the gaming mouse note. So as you see, the contents of the box are really small. We got this little manual, the Teflon and side grip. This is the other side grip, plus more Teflon feet. And the mouse itself, you see it comes with a braided USB cable, plus a gold-plated USB. But we are gonna see and have a little bit closer look on the MM318 itself. This is a clearly palm grippable mouse. It has a shape that kind of resembles that Adder with this side on. It feels good for a palm grip. We got Omron switches on the top. We got two side buttons. And a sniper button, which I hopefully it's not badly placed, because I don't want to be touching this button during games, but hopefully it is disabled via software. It's possible to disable it, I hope. We got a lighting button and a DPI button and a scroll wheel. That's nice to use, nothing out of special or out of extraordinary. And on the bottom we see that we got 4 big Teflon feet. And we got this tab here that you can put the other right tab on the mouse, but I really like the size of this Teflon feet and the fact that the mouse sensor looks centered. To take off, you take off it easy. It has magnets, so basically you put it on like this. I suppose yeah, this is it. So basically this is the smaller side, which is it's supposed to be used with a more fingertip grip. It depends on how you want to use it. I'll probably use it like this because I don't usually fingertip my mouse, but I like that it has a nice rubberized coating on the outside. You also got rubberized sides here, and overall it feels good. But I think it might be a bit heavy, but nothing like trusty old scale to see how much it actually weighs. It's 104 grams, not the 137, because I suppose that the 137 are with the cable. Let's see. Suppose that's, yeah, exactly, 137 with the cable. Without the cable it's just 100, so 107 about 100 grams. So I think it will be good for those of you that want a bigger mouse but don't want something too heavy. Like 100 grams is a nice weight for a mouse. So up next we're gonna test how it looks. We're gonna show you the software. Up next we're gonna show you the software and how it performs on our acceleration tests. Some clips that I will get while playing, so you guys can understand how I felt using this mouse. Also, for those of you that like to hear the clicks of the mouse, I'm gonna give it a bit of a preview up close. So now I'm going to show you this software. It's really easy to use. For example, you got to go here to the 8 button, which is the sniper button, and you can assign anything you want to it. You can assign like a DPI switch, a middle button, everything you want. And you can do this for all these buttons that are available here. You also got 3 different profiles to save your settings, so you can switch on the fly. You got a macro editor that lets you use any macros that you want. On the right side we got here the DPI settings, which lets you assign a specific color to a certain DPI, which then the Mars Gaming logo will glow of that color. The lighting, you also got different lighting effects. You got neon, you got rainbow, you got steady. It's basically a chroma RGB, so you can do a lot of different stuff with it. So you also got the mouse performance. One thing that I recommend is for you to disable the improved pointer precision that comes enabled by default and will cause acceleration and not true one-to-one tracking. Another thing is change the polling rate to 1000 from the default 500 Hz. All in all, it's a simple software, but it works. So let's see how the mouse fares while gaming. So now I'm gonna talk a bit about the performance of this mouse while playing Quake Champions, and as you might see, I'm using the mouse without the side grip. This brings the mouse down to 90 grams and allows for a better tracking and better use in my case. So as you can see, the mouse is really good for slow tracking. I use about 40 centimeters to a 360 in this game, and I don't feel any noticeable acceleration at all. If you want to see, I'll post a mouse performance test on the description, but this sensor 3360 can perform well up to 4 meters per second or even higher, but I've tried to make it malfunction during normal usage and I couldn't do it. Like, unless you have like super low sense of 100 centimeters or so, I really doubt you'll be able to get a bad performance out of this sensor. I really enjoyed using it, and I think if you like the shape, this mouse will be a really solid guess. For my second clip of Quake Champions, don't really have the mouse movement, but you'll have to trust me that I was using the mouse. But either way, I really enjoyed the Mars Gaming MM318, and I think for about 30 euros it's a super solid choice if you want a mouse that also has RGB lighting and all that stuff. I decided not to choose the RGB lighting because it's RGB, man. Like, everyone has seen one of those, and I think the sensor performance is more important than those fancy things, especially for 30 euros, because usually you cannot get a solid mouse for 30 euros. If you prefer a smaller mouse, you might be able to get the G203 or 102 that like we've reviewed on this channel. But I really enjoyed using this mouse. It caused no fatigue, it has a nice shape, and if I have any remarks to do about it is that the scroll wheel is just meh, but I guess for the price you cannot ask for much more. So if you have any questions about this mouse, please let me know and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. Also, if you're from Portugal, we're gonna do a quick giveaway of this mouse, so stay tuned in our website to win the mouse that we have been testing.